Hello everyone, I'm very happy to be here with you at SVOLT Energy's booth at SNEC 2026. I have with me Mr. Tian Xu. He is the General Manager of Overseas Market. Very happy to have this opportunity to talk to you, Mr. Tian. SVOLT has been expanding globally massively, especially in our region. So I am very happy we get this opportunity.
Yeah, it's also my pleasure to meet you and to talk with you.
Thank you very much. Well, going directly to the point, the energy storage market has expanded massively in the last few years. We have seen market double, triple, and maybe more in some areas. What is your overview of what is the actual market overseas, and how big do you think the opportunity is today for energy storage companies?
Okay, let's say the global market for battery storage is booming, as you see in the past 3 or 4 years. The reason behind is that there are more than 15 to 20 years of renewable deployments. The wind, the solar, everything. So make sure on that part, there will be great instability. That's why we need a battery storage to keep our grid stable. So in the upcoming, let's say 5 to 10 years, we will see the battery storage will come again to make sure everything is safe.
Yeah, this is the beauty of energy storage. It's not only to store energy, but it's to regulate everything on the grid. So this is why grid forming is becoming now a very hot topic. I assume also for SVOLT as well.
Yes, and previously everything this battery storage is something nice to have. But you see, last year, even Spain, they have a crash out, the grid. So now it's a necessity, it's a must for the grid to make sure everything is safe.
Okay, I want to talk about something maybe a little bit tricky now, the prices. I have to ask you, because we have seen modules prices, they went up the last few months very significantly, and module suppliers do not expect prices to go down as low as before anymore. Now, with the expansion of energy storage, we have seen numbers that are crazy in terms of EPC. What is your overview of what's going to happen to the prices in the upcoming couple of years?
Okay, personally, I never talk about price.
Okay,
I talk about the value. Okay, but to answer your question is that I remember one man said, history never repeats but rhyme. Yeah. So the past 15 years, I was in the PV business. So what happened in PV business will happen the same in the battery storage. And in the battery storage industry, right now it's a roller coaster time. Sometimes coming very quickly up and dropped, come again. So especially from the raw material side. This is what happened right now in the battery storage. But let's say in the next 3 years, still will coming up and down, but in future will become more stable, just like a PV module right now. So this is my understanding of the battery storage pricing part. But for our customers, especially from the GCC country, they are huge, like Marstar, Aqua. They forecast 5 to 10 years. They want to make sure everything is fixed, because their financial model never allows you to jump up and crash down. So then it's really a tricky. How as a manufacturer to fix kind of mechanism to make sure on one side, both parties will not get hurt. Everybody have to win, but still we have to make this gigawatt-hour project viable in next 2-3 years.
Well, this is very tricky, I think, for developers and for EPCs. Do you have an advice to these companies when it comes to pricing for something that's not very soon?
First, never talk about price. Okay, this morning I just met one of the two big guys in the Middle East, a big player. You know that, top 5 IPP. They also take us, we're looking at the technology, because it is advanced technology to help you go through all this up and downs. It's not about price. If we go direct to the price, then you are looking for everything cheap. China is a magic place workshop. You can buy everything, but only thing is depend on your budget. So first look at the technology to help you to lower the LCOE, not looking directly to the price. Sorry to say.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. It makes absolute sense. You said something very interesting about this is a roller coaster time. Prices up, down. We have challenges from geopolitical aspects. We have Europe, Russia, Ukraine. We have the Middle East with Hormuz and stuff. So all of these challenges and changes in pricing, of course, affects the market and gives a little bit of volatility. How does SVOLT maintain its leading position and its growth aspirations in such uncertainty?
Technology. Definitely it's a technology. As we said, roller coaster. What we will do in a roller coaster? You keep grip fixed on the rail, right? You are looking for some certainty. What is the certainty? It's a technology certainty, advanced technology certainty, not the price. Price can go up, down, but when you have a real advanced technology, you have the fixed parts which you can maintain everything, maintain the certainty, and to have the lowest LCOE. That is the target. So this is our best part for doing that.
And with this technology, do you have plans to expand? What's your strategy regarding localization all over the world? Do you have plans to expand this IPs, this knowledge all over? Or do you feel China will always be the source for everywhere? You don't need to go manufacture there.
The best question you have right
Yeah.
now. And this is also is our special part of the SVOLT. We are the first Chinese company doing the technical transfer to India. We have talked about 2.5 years, and we finally make this technical transfer from us to the Indian partner to help them to make the battery cells. Because India, Saudi Arabia, other countries, they are looking for the localized the technology. Frankly speaking, they don't want everything made in China. They want to make local, but they need the manpower, they need the technology, and we can transfer our technology, making the stacking technology, our cells, battery cells technology. Don't forget, we are the top 3 IP patent holders. We have the ability and we have the willing to help our partner globally to doing that. And right now, we also doing a lot of discussion with a European partner. As you say, in Europe, they also need a made in Europe. So we're talking about in Poland, in Czech, in Eastern Europe, technology people, company, we transfer our part and they are welcoming us. So this is a difference between SVOLT and the remaining of our competitors.
That is brilliant. This is where you build value that stays for a long time.
Yeah, it's a one of the kind.
True. One last thing, you said something extremely interesting about cells. And now if you look at the market, all of the cells suppliers are going into full turnkey battery energy storage system. Well, of course, the JVs and acquisitions are very active these days, and everybody wants to provide full turnkey solution that does everything. What are the challenges in doing that, and where do you think the critical point is?
You know, there are different players in this business. Some of them is making from a pure sales part, like SVOLT, like CATO, and some other players, they are doing the system integration. They are good at PCS like Sungrow, right? And also BYDs, similar like us. There are Sungrow, there are some other PV brands moving to the instruction. Every company have their different DNA. Everybody doing the different way of to make sure the final customer, the grid, to have the turnkey solution. For us, we will still keep the sales as our core. Another part, we're working with Chinese and also the international, like European PCS, EMS manufacturer to fit kind of strategic alliance. Together, we can make this turnkey solution. And trust me, in next 3 to 5 years, all the big customers, they're looking at turnkey solution. But sooner or later, they will do the same as the PV industry. They will go to a specialized expert doing the sales, special expert to the PCS, because it's only starting point of the battery storage industry.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you for this overview. It's always a pleasure to hear what SVOLT has for us, and we look forward to having more discussions with our team and our region in the upcoming stages.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
See you then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.